Blessings. Many parts of South Africa today experienced fairly turbulent weather conditions. There was flooding in parts of the Western Cape, and we've also had some strong thunderstorms. But before we get into South Africa's weather, I first want to just start off with what's happening in the Mozambique Channel. There is a tropical cyclone that has developed in the area over the last 24 hours. It's already intensified into what would be a Category 3 hurricane if this was in the North Atlantic Ocean, which means wind speeds around the eye of the storm at this stage at about 194 kilometers per hour. The current forecast is that the storm is going to continue intensifying over the next 2 to 3 days, and it also indicates that it's going to be making a beeline for the central coastline of Mozambique. So a potentially extremely dangerous situation could be lying ahead later this week into Mozambique, and we will be keeping you very much updated on that situation. But closer to home, there's also another low pressure system, this time a cut-off low that's been off the west coast in the last few days. This is the system that's been responsible for the adverse weather conditions that I've just described to you, and currently also producing some stronger thunderstorms into the central interior of the country. We can see this line of storms extending along the border between the Northern Cape and the Northwest, reaching parts of the Western Free State. We're seeing heavier downpours reach this area at the moment, and similar conditions into parts of the Eastern Cape. And there were also a few severe thunderstorms that came out of this line of thundershower activity earlier on, including in the Funded Kloof area in the Northern Cape just a few hours ago. Those showers and storms are going to make their way further eastwards overnight, keeping things quite wet into KwaZulu-Natal for the start of Tuesday morning. And then we could also see the resurgence of heavier rainfall into parts of the Western Cape's Overberg. So we'll be closely monitoring this area tomorrow morning. But as you head towards afternoon, that region does look as though it clears out quite a bit. And we will see the return of a few thunder showers for the interior of the country, but not quite as stormy and wet as it was today. There are 2 alerts in place for your Tuesday. The first is for heavy rain over that southern part of the Western Cape. We could see further localized flooding due to the fact that it's already very saturated in the region. And there is also a watch for the potential of severe thunderstorms for the areas indicated in amber. Here's your city forecast for tomorrow. A few thunder showers in the eastern parts of the Northern Cape, including De Aar, Portsmouthburg and Kimberley. And we will still see some wet weather in the Western Cape. Around the peninsula, just a few isolated showers. Those should be quite light. Heading towards the border with the Western and Eastern Cape, showers and thunderstorms in this area, but also clearing out towards evening. While in the rest of the Eastern Cape, there's up to a 60% chance of thunder showers, especially around the Drakensberg. In KwaZulu-Natal, isolated thunderstorms. It's going to be a warm afternoon, mid to upper 20s in the forecast. And then for Mpumalanga, we'll see similar conditions. Ermelo is going to be mild with a high of 23. Mostly dry in Limpopo, just some drizzle along the escarpment areas at first, but the afternoon will also be dry. And we will see a few thunder showers into parts of the northwest, a warm to hot afternoon in the province. There's up to a 60% chance of thunder showers for the Free State, especially for the areas closer to Lesotho. And then for Gauteng, only isolated storms in the area with temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. And then a quick look at your winds. We see gusty conditions through the central parts and a windy day along the Eastern Cape coastline. And then finally, for Wednesday, mostly settled over South Africa, just a couple of thunder showers closer to Pietermaritzburg and the Drakensberg. That's all from the Weather Centre. I'll be back later with another update.